It's live.
Hello.
Where?
Yeah, I saw it. That's printed right here, right?
There's one,
Yeah, I saw another one over there.
You can pop that one off. You pick up that whole magnetic tray.
You guys look a lot more warmer than your live the other day.
Shoo.
Put that back on and then hit reprint. Sorry, we're printing up Milwaukee battery. Are we doing this thing already? Are we already talking?
Yeah, we're live. It's on live.
Okay, well then
we're good. We're good to wait for some people to start catching on. So you're good to talk about whatever.
Well, I'm just talking about.
So you hooked up to a Milwaukee battery and you can juice kind of whatever.
Yep.
3D printing Milwaukee battery connectors.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Finally happening.
Slick.
So okay, let's do this thing.
I just ordered a Milwaukee. It's not an actual Milwaukee one, but I just ordered a hot glue gun for a Milwaukee battery, so we can use it to like set dots of hot glue on a rock if we need to, so the cone doesn't slide off the rock anymore.
Okay.
Cool.
Because we've had those moments where we're trying to get a cone in a certain specific spot, and it always doesn't hang on the rock like you want it to. So we're figuring a little bit of hot glue. We'll hold, put 2 dabs of hot glue on the rock, and then you can set the cone so it slides into that hot glue spots. And then when you're done, you just take the hot glue, you take a screwdriver and just bloop and plop it right off the rock.
Yep.
All right.
So let's get this started. Welcome everybody to the X-Rock Extreme podcast. We are back. And tonight I am joined by my co-host, Quarterside of Mothers Off-Road Recovery, and our guests tonight, Dave Cole and Miles Hasselquist. Am I saying that correctly?
You nailed it. Hasselquist. Nailed it. Right? My hassle sometimes.
I thought you said Dave. You got Dave right. You got Dave perfect.
I don't know. David, I'm sorry. We'll do
Dave.
proper wording.
Getting all proper with it now.
But guys, I had you guys on last year. Miles, you ended up being on last minute because you guys had a nasty wind and rainstorm out there. And...
Yeah, we got busy and made it work.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's just cold here this year right now.
This morning was bad. It was 29 degrees when I walked out the camper.
I've been following
we were there too.
Miles' stories, just seeing how cold it was.
I was in a t-shirt today.
Nice.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah,
at least a little warmer than when we were out there.
65 during the day every day. But hey, so one of the things that I was talking to Cody Wagner earlier and about how we could get more people involved and those kind of things. And it seems like there's an impression that the stuff people are going to expect out here are going to be like, is it going to be like death-inducing kind of stuff? And well, it's not fun to make light of that part. It's not the rocks you guys chose. I mean, they're like legitimately, technically, extraordinarily hard and big, but they're
fun,
not,
right?
Yeah, but they're not death rocks.
Yeah.
So
correct. The reason why we chose where we chose, we were really happy about it, is because it was more of a plateau. A lot of times when we work on the East Coast, you're working on like the edge of a mountain and stuff like that, where, like Chaos, for instance, it's on the side of a mountain, but yeah, it has a plateau below the bottom of it. But if something happened and you didn't get caught by trees, you could technically roll down the mountain. Here where we chose, they are monolithic rocks, but it's got a nice flat plateau at the top of it and at the bottom of it. So if you rolled, it's going to be like a 1 or maybe 2 time roll, and then you're going to go to a flat ground.
And this is old school cone dodging, right?
And it's a sand landing ground with an angle, so it's not like it's going to be a.
So to answer your question, Miles, it is not old school cone dodging.
Okay.
These are extremely wide gates. They're just difficult.
Okay.
We want people to drive the obstacle. We don't really want people to have to cone dodge. So when we see like an awesome notch or a climb of multiple rocks and we want them to go up a certain thing, that will put the cones in that, so that way they have to drive the notch. Like you might get close to a cone, but it's not like you have to worry about 2 inches on one side of the cone and an inch on the other side of the cone. You are literally driving. We try to make most of our gates over 120 inches wide or bigger.
Go through here, start, finish. Yeah.
Correct.
So
and that's how you get progression.
For the people that are joining, especially for the West Coast people, because we have a bunch signed up, Hans sets up extreme courses. I mean, legit, no joke. Dave will tell you he was there. He wants to challenge, have the best of the best doing these in crazy, capable type of obstacles,
I can
die.
So yeah, and so my view on it, and what I enjoyed the camaraderie and the people that were at the X-Rock event. I thought it was awesome, and I thought that it was the most natural rock crawling as far as a competition goes. But like, you're going out wheeling and you just see the cool stuff, and when you that's the stuff we got to wheel on. It wasn't like you were trying to do something stupid crazy off the side of a cliff just to do it on it, get between cones. It was, how do I get from here to there? And it was really fun. And knowing the area that I've seen where Hans and Cord pick going forward, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to compete. I'm looking forward.
I'm looking for you to get some revenge.
Oh man, at least the car will run.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was the biggest shame to me. Like, you came up, you got in the course, and like, you're just sitting there like playing with the throttle of the car, and it wasn't doing anything. And I'm like, oh, that is a huge bummer. Like that is nothing. There's nothing worse than somebody not being able to use the vehicle they brought because of a technical error of the vehicle, not because of
cross country.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the other thing, Dave. At least you'll get a little bit of sleep. Before
that too? I don't know about that, but conceptually,
I said a little.
Yeah, but I'm just excited. I'm thankful you guys are coming out. I'm super stoked about the challenges that are going to be presented out there. I'm really excited to work with X-Rocks. This is an organization. I think you guys are awesome. Looking forward to seeing you again, and looking forward to hanging out.
Yeah, and Hans just chimed in that it's easy to get to, spectator friendly, and then we talked about the other night. You can watch this X-Rock rock crawling on one side, and then you got the desert race blowing by the other side. So spectating is going to be fun, watching rock crawling and desert racing all at the same time.
Absolutely.
So another thing about our format is we do have 5 gates per course, but the best thing is the gates are directional. There is no course flow. So it's all about you pick like your plan of attack. The person to get the most gates in the least amount of time, that is how we decipher the winner.
And does the car have to go all the way through it? You can back through, you can drive through.
You have as long as you get 4 tires through. There's no backups.
You have to drive the car through the direction of the gate that it's presented. So there's numbers or letters on the cones, and you have to drive through it. It doesn't matter if you back up through it or drive through it, but you have to go through from one side that the letters are facing you and through the cones up or down.
And then can you go right back out that gate?
And no, once you go through the gate, you cannot come back through. No.
You cannot go. Okay.
Correct.
Cool.
So, and I already talked to Hans. We're going to try to put the qualifying as high as we can on that berm that we picked. So that way it should be very easy for people to watch us. And then when they hear a motor coming from the other side, they should be able to turn around, maybe take 10 steps and look over the top of the mountain and be able to see the car going by on the other side for the desert race. So super cool about that. I'm super stoked for that.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
You know, we've been bugged for years. When are you going to do a West Coast event? And thankfully, we had Dave on. He came out. He saw, and I have him on one of our lives, like from the competition. He's like, "This is cool."
It is
like-minded people doing like-minded things.
It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Well,
and there's a lot more
about it. What did KOH start as? KOH started as a bunch of rock crawlers out of Johnson Valley, and you guys made a course and made it happen. It didn't start with these full built race, trucks. and everything else. It
Yeah, they
started
were all
with
trail cars.
Except for the one that won.
trail
you know,
cars.
Except for that one. That's right out here.
except for the one that was a V8 coilover rear steer portal car. That one won.
So I'm super
And now we're
excited.
going back that way.
Yeah.
I'm just
Cool.
super excited that David let us that come out and enjoy the growth that we're going to get with all these fans watching and everything else. It's going to be crazy with, what are you projecting for people there this year? 70,000 or more?
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
So
that weekend there'll be about 40,000 for a desert race weekend. But yes, absolutely.
yeah, so the ability to have all these eyes on us is crazy and awesome. We do appreciate that, to be invited into your event, and we can't thank you enough for that. That's super awesome of you, and we've been excited since we left your place just to set gates on that nice grippy rock that we've never actually set true gates on. We have
And you said
slick
you've
rock
never
over
drove
here.
on it.
I've never driven on that spot.
Yeah.
We drive by it. We don't drive by it.
Well,
and
Dave,
never-
that's
never
going to
looked
happen
close.
in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yep.
2 weeks.
Looking
Well,
forward to
Oh,
it.
yeah, we got motos coming up first. We got to start with motos.
We got to start with motos. Yep. So
That's how we found it. We were just driving by it, and Cons goes, "Look at that!" And I was like, "Oh my god!"
yeah, that was pretty amazing. So, on that note, what more can any more information we can share with you, Tiffany?
So one thing that I want to do is talk about all the different things that are going to be happening. You're opening up your gates, next Thursday?
Yeah, next Thursday. I'm cheating, but we open. Let's see. Yeah, open gates Thursday. Then King of the Motors is that opening weekend. Friday, Saturday Saturday, Sunday. They have 2 races one race each day, and then in addition to, Jeremy McGrath has kind of stepped up. He's been dabbling in King of Hammers for quite some time, and now he's putting up a Maxis Grand Prix and a Jeremy McGrath hole shot. So 2 separate events. It's going to be cool. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of motocross, but I appreciated it. And then I bumped into Jeremy McGrath, and when I first met Ricky Johnson, that was 2 big names in motocross. I didn't even know Ricky Johnson was a dirt bike guy. I knew him as a trophy truck driver. Then we get to talking. We're buddies, and it's just I've realized back is like there's so much cool stuff going on out here. So that's weekend 1, and then we kind of take Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We kind of slow down a little bit, and then ramp right back up for the rock races. So Thursday at noon, the rock race guys get their GPS file, and they'll start pre-running. And then Saturday, Sunday, we have 2 different desert races that will be fun and interesting. And
and X-Rocks on Saturday and Monday.
X-Rocks Saturday, Monday,
Our qualifying.
Yeah, so
and then on Monday we'll have the best of the best.
Right?
Yes, Saturday is our qualifier. That's going to separate the men from the boys. And then Monday is our, 10 top finalists or girls. That's true. You're absolutely right. I don't know who's all. I know, pretty sure 90% of everybody signed up as male, but I don't know everybody that's signed up. So that's true. And then Monday is our bring what you got. The best men and the best best women that are out there will compete for $10,000, and
nice.
It will only be the shiniest of the best people. That's how we do our thing. We like to have the best of the best.
Winner takes all.
Winner takes home 10,000, and then second and third, depending on how many people show up, gets a chunk of change each of them too.
Cool.
If I could get maybe like 4 or 5 girls that would be interested in doing this, can we start a powder puff class right off the bat, like right now? Can I get that going?
I mean, I would be totally fine with that and happy for it. We'd have to talk that over with Hans. We could definitely make that happen if he's okay with it.
Well, he's listening, so we'll see what he says here in just a minute.
I've got
an exhibition type of thing.
Huh?
Like an exhibition type thing.
Let the women compete. I would like to get through. I think we can get 3 or 4 women that'll compete directly against the men and probably beat them. Beat a lot of them. Yeah, I'm just trying. I just want to get more people involved and more people engaged and happy in doing it. So that's the goal.
Yeah, it's a stepping stone.
Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, we had Danny and we had little Charlie. They were both 16 when they started, or younger when they started.
Boston Kyle said put Heather in there. I love it.
So we don't, as long as parents are, involved in helping out and stuff, we like seeing the new blood. New blood always helps the sport grow. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make the sport grow. We're not trying to keep it stagnant and slow and, everybody's watching cone dodging and whatnot. We want it to be bigger. We want it to be better. We want the look of the car going up a ginormous boulder and people going, that can't be real. That's what we look for.
Yeah, you can't even walk it, but people are driving up it.
Correct. When I first showed up for any of this, in my F-150, I went to a amateur comp and I was like, you guys are all nuts. Like, this is silly, but I'm going to try anyway because it's, it's something to do and it's fun. Then I went to the first X-Rock I ever went to, and I was like, there's no way they're driving up that. There's no way. And here we are. Every car that went through, and I was like, holy crap, this is insane. So I've been hooked ever since. And I actually, when I started comping the mod stock, I was in an F-150. I know I was outgunned by every Jeep and everything in the world, but I'm there for the show. I'm there for fun. Like, I wish the mod stock class was still around because I would still be doing it. Even though I'm where I'm at now because it didn't keep going. So 6 to 1 half dozen another. I kind of like being part of setting up and taking down too. It's a lot of fun. I like trying to, now my mind's changed. My mind's morphed so I can see, now I can see what, when we set up an X-Rock, I know like kind of what we're getting into.
Sorry, I'm Johnny. Come on now.
Yeah, talking a little smack with rockabilly.
Can one car be entered more than once? I believe that happened. A car can't. I saw somebody driving a car got used twice at the Virginia race, didn't it?
Nope.
Oh.
What if it's a male entry and a woman entry?
This is one of those things. Dave, I'm afraid to give Dave the wrong answer because I told him something on his way to Virginia and he called me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no, call Hans. Yeah. I'm like, don't misquote me. Then he calls me back. He's like, okay, Grace is diverted.
No, we used to let people, probably 3 years ago, share cars and or swap from driver to spotter, like Dean and Danny, for instance. They used to they flip-flop there for a hot minute. But the problem is if the car gets broken or whatever, it just ends up being a mess. And then you're down 2 drivers instead of 1 driver. And that doesn't really help keep things going.
Well, Dave, don't you guys have this new business out there, the off-road outfitters?
Outfitters?
Isn't there rentals, rock crawlers?
Yeah, Broncos. Stock Broncos. And not where we're taking the rental fleet, Tiffany.
That's not where we're taking the rental fleet. I don't think the Broncos really stand a chance.
That you guys are offering this year, something new. That's the first time at King of the Hammers is people coming out. You do have like side-by-sides and everything else out there that can be rented, just not for our competition.
That's true. I know that both Miles and I, unfortunately, we have a pretty big meeting at 5:30 tonight that we cannot miss. So, is there what more? And I'm sorry to be rushing, but what more can I help with? How can I help?
What kind of vendor? Let's go through what all King of the Hammers vendors and stuff like that. Like what all is going to be there that people have to look forward to that may have not been there before.
We're moving the music we're moving it to the 40. That's where the adult evenings will be happening up there. As far as they have a liquor license up there, and they'll be selling beer, that kind of stuff. And then
a band up at Chocolate Thunder too,
and the big music stage is there at the 40. And then we made a new music stage out at Chocolate Thunder where we're going to have actually the majority of the acts. Johnny, think about it, man. Let's just do it. Let's do Saturday and Monday. We got this. Reality is, I don't have to worry about Monday. I know for certain I will not qualify, but
Don't put that on you. Come on.
Man. But it's going to be fun trying. So
always good time.
I think I'm going to convince Cody to try it too. I hope so.
I know a lot of people are asking about the lives.
New rig, it has competed in the X-Rock events. Sawyer competed in Pennsylvania with it.
Yep. Right on. Well, I'm down for any way whatsoever to come up with a way to get people to come out. I think the best day ever is when you're just out there with friends, just trying dumb stuff and see who can pull it off.
Yeah, just having fun.
Looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to seeing all you guys out here in a few weeks.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to it.
And then we have our, after you guys, we have our UTV qualifying, then Everyman Challenge qualifying, Race of Kings, and then it's race, UTV, EMC, and the 4400. So it's going to be an action-packed week. Come out and do some rock crawling, and then do some spectating on some races. The biggest and baddest names are coming. We got, I believe, at least 3 of our racers over in Dakar right now. Let's see, Guthrie Jr., Hunter Miller, Brock Hager.
Brock Hager's winning.
I mean, so they're over there doing that thing. They have a turn and burn. Come here and play with us. I mean, the best of the best. Ryan Arciero registered today for the T1 race. So
right on.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So who are your picks for King this year?
Paul Horschel.
Man, you can never count him out. He's been doing a lot of R&D on his steering and his gears recently. So if he can keep that car together, it's an absolute work of art. You can't count out any of the Kings. Paul Horschel's one. Tom Ways is one. Paul Wolf.
Paul Horschel has not been a king.
I'm saying I'm saying those 3 that haven't been a king have a chance. All the Kings have a chance, and then Paul Wolf, Paul Horschel, Tom Ways, and the list goes forever.
Dan just said Eric Miller, and that's Eric Miller's a good get too. Eric Miller,
especially with third lap.
Yes, yeah, he's a rock crawler.
Because
so if anybody didn't catch Dave and Miles their pre-show, Dave did give the first and second lap. You gave the map, but that third lap, that is
going to be interesting.
I've got a way to up the entries. Everyone that enters into X-Rocks, regardless of how well you do, if you bring a card here and make the attempt, we will have some behind the scenes places like, say, I don't know, on all the bypasses of all the hard obstacles and full of hate. You're going to be able to get there in a rock crawler and watch the old 4 cars do some hard stuff, but I will make sure that everyone from X-Rocks comes when we start the UTV race on Thursday and Friday and Saturday, the big course races. We have basically an X-Rocks tour. So anyone that stuck around that decided to be in the race, they're in the event. There's a reason, because you guys
a special spectating area.
Well, yeah, because the rock crawlers at heart, so they can handle themselves. So if you're willing to come out and do the event, I'm willing to find a really great place for you to watch.
That's rad.
So
there you go. Enter X-Rocks and get a special viewing area.
I got this. We can figure that out.
That's awesome.
So
I got it.
I'm trying to watch the time for you guys, and I'm trying not to hold you. I have stuff I want to cover. We could do that another time. I get in on the 30th. So maybe just from at the ranch or wherever, we'll just go live on our X-Rock Facebook and kind of hang out and ask questions that way.
We should do it from the rocks.
Oh, that'd be
there you go.
Little sneak peek.
There you go. I like that.
Yeah, we'll do it on a lake bed. I mean, we'll do it on not a lake bed, but we'll do it on the rocks.
All right, we'll do a live from there on the 30th. Next week, we do have Eric Amato on here. I see him saying he can't wait. He should be getting there, I think, the 30th or 31st too. But next week, yes, he is going to be on next week with us, talking to us before he heads out your way. Eric is an awesome dude, and he's really into anything off-road.
And making
every
it better.
Single thing.
and
is
making it better and cooler. Yep.
Every competition has something with Eric Amato.
Yep,
So,
that is true.
Thanks, Aaron. He said he's going to be on the lake bed on the 31st. So
Nice.
But before then, next week, Thursday, Eric's going to be here at 8 o'clock going live. We get to talk to him and everything that he has planned and his lineup for King of the Hammers as well.
sounds great. I think I'm going to confirm now, but I'm pretty sure, I'm about 85% sure that the spot where X-Rocks is competing at is actually in part of the scanned area that we released for the qualifying area. Like because it was like 3 square miles. So I think just by accident, it got scanned, which means you could drive on those rocks.
Oh, in the
simulator.
in the simulator.
UMG.
Yeah.
Is that practice?
They have to find it first.
So, all right. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. See
Good
you
times.
soon.
Excited.
Thank you very much.
Have you
Can't
out here
wait to
for
see you
King of the
guys.
Hammers.
All right,
Hell
and
yeah.
we'll see you soon, guys.
Cheers.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Should I let you guys figure out how to get off? Yep, there they did. So yeah, Cord, they had a meeting and everything like that. But you and Hans will be starting your trek next Wednesday or Thursday.
Thursday, yes, ma'am. Gonna be
You
leaving New
guys will be out
Jersey.
there.
I'll be leaving New Jersey Thursday morning, early in the morning. Pick up Hans and start heading down to 40 and hit 40 and drive all the way across the country. Not gonna be
And
fun.
then the rest of us will be joining you a couple days after you arrive.
Yep. Hopefully Hans and I will have a good set of exactly what we want to set. And when you guys show up, it should be a pretty easy finish setting up and we'll get it going. Put these guys on some big rocks and see how they do.
The stuff that you guys picked, I know you guys were super excited. Dave was stoked about it. They're in for a treat. If anybody didn't catch it, the rocks that you guys picked have never had tires on it.
As far as we know, they've never had tires on it. Correct. Who knows? Somebody might have been just driving across the mountain and ended up on top of them, but there was no tire marks. There was no, spot where you see where people have gone before, and we were all up in it and all around it. So we have a good area to set up all 3 courses.
Yeah, we're all stoked. We're looking forward to this. The rest of us don't have the long trek like you guys. You guys are taking one for the team. Yeah. We're doing the 5.5-hour flights and stuff like that.
Cheaters.
But one thing with this year, I do want to thank our sponsors with JM Rigging, you, Mothers Off-Road Recovery Motorsports, Eric Amato of Radial Dynamics, Wheeling for Warriors, and Kincaid Fabrication. They're actually up there now, shining up those trophies, making them all nice and ready for everybody.
They better be. We want nice trophies.
They were up there before me.
That's good.
But
disappeared.
If anybody has any questions, make sure that you reach out to Hans, Cord, myself. We're glad to help you, put you in the right directions. Message our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube channels, and we would love to answer all the
any and all questions that are possible that you need to compete. Watch, see us, find us. We'll answer it all.
So again, for people that are new to our platform, there are 5 gates for the main event. You get 20 minutes. The gates are directional. You have to go through it a certain way, but there is no course flow. You get to pick which gates you want to do first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And if you complete all 5, you get to use that start gate as an advantage of a 6 gate, because the person at the end of the day with the most gates in the least amount of time walks home with
Wins.
$10,000 and a nice shiny trophy.
Absolutely. Now that 5-gate rule does not, the 6th gate rule does not apply in qualifying. That's only main day, main course platform.
Correct.
So you got, if you make it, getting all 5 gates is not a normal thing in our system. We like to set challenging gates. For qualifying, the gates are a little bit not as extreme, but you only have 15 minutes in qualifying usually to qualify. That's just because we have so many other people, trying to all qualify. And then if you same thing as qualifying, as many gates as fast as you can would be the winner of qualifying. And then then the course flow, that person gets to choose where they go first. Then it works down the line that way to choose your spot in the main event. And then from there, everybody goes and does the best they can. And on the biggest, baddest stuff we can find to offer you, which is, we found it. It's going to be amazing. I promise you. Just standing on these rocks was awesome.
I do want to apologize. I completely forgot Jeremy Ingram of 386 Fab. I just fixed it. I was looking at this as I was rolling through all our different sponsors
at the bottom.
I apologize, Jeremy. We love having you on. We love working with you again.
Yes. Jeremy's a very good dude.
Absolutely. But guys, if you have any questions, concerns, whatever, reach out to Hans, Cord, or myself. Reach out to our Facebook or Instagram pages. We'd love to help and answer your questions, whether it be tech or anything else. Yeah.
And all we're trying to do is make the sport bigger, badder, and better. Let's just make it that clear.
X-Rock has some big things going on this year. We are putting on, we had competitors for how many years? When you come in west, you come in west. Well, we're going west, and we're putting it on during KOH. I mean, and then our second competition.
There's no place to get that many more. There's not any way to be bigger than King of the Hammers. Let's be real. King of the Hammers is one of the biggest events in the United States for off-roading.
And then our second event, we're going to our home course in famous Reading Outdoors in Pennsylvania. And we are doing this Memorial Day weekend with Mudfest. Ryan Storm of PA Dirt Riders. And we're going to do during PA Mudfest. Ryan has so much events going on that weekend. They have Barbie Jeep ride courses and everything like that. Tons of cash money on to compete for, other than just rock crawling, and vendors, bands. It's going to be a good time there, family friendly for all ages. And then to finish off the season, we're going back to Chaos Off-Road, which something new this year. Amazing with John Rubenstein, what he's doing. He's opening it up to all spectators. Usually it's a closed event. This is going to be spectator friendly, and he's going to be doing guided trail rides and everything else with them.
Yep. So all 3 events are going to be huge spectator events. PA Mudfest has, thousands of people there for that event. So I'm sure they'll come up and watch us as well. And then we'll have all the trail riding and everything going on at Chaos, which will allow all kinds of spectators to be there too. So we're just trying to do everything we can to bring more light to this sport. Whether it's spectators, drivers, all that. We're trying to do everything we can to make it better than ever. It's the best way.
Absolutely. But all right, guys, I think we're going to end it there. And again, I want to thank JM Rigging Cord of Mothers Off-Road Recovery Motorsports. He is a man of many hats in our organization. He doesn't just do the recoveries on course. He does the PA. He helps set up. He's driving across the country. I mean, a little bit
I have
of
to deal with
everything.
Hans for 3 days in a small truck. Don't know anybody else that wants to do that.
But then we have Eric Amato of Radial Dynamics. Awesome dude. He's going to be on next week. Full of so much talent and knowledge with what he does. Then we have Jeremy Ingram of 386 Fab, Wheeling for Warriors, and Kincaid Fabrication. Guys, thank you so much for all your support. And we just look to have a really fun season this year.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see everybody on the rocks.
We'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
Absolutely. Yep. See you in California.
Hans is telling you he's not wrong. All right, guys. Good night.